What I wish I knew about Daisy de Melker before diving into her terrifying tale. Daisy de Melker, a name that sends shivers down the spine of anyone familiar with her story. She was a woman who lived in the early 1900s in Johannesburg, South Africa, a time and place where life was already fraught with challenges. But Daisy's story is not just one of hardship. It's a tale of deceit, murder, and cold-blooded calculation. Before we delve into the dark chapters of her life, it's essential to understand the context in which she lived. Johannesburg was a burgeoning city, filled with people seeking fortune and a better life. Amidst this backdrop, Daisy's actions would soon cast a long, dark shadow. Buckle up, this one's a spine chiller. Imagine living in a time when the streets were dimly lit by gas lamps and the fog rolled in thick, making every corner a potential hiding place for secrets. This was the world Daisy de Melker inhabited, a world where her sinister deeds would unfold. Daisy de Melker seemed like any other woman living in early 1900s Johannesburg. She was a nurse, a profession that commanded respect and trust. She married twice, and both times she appeared to be a devoted wife. But appearances can be deceiving. Daisy's life was anything but ordinary. Beneath her seemingly normal exterior lay a mind capable of the most heinous acts. But beneath her seemingly normal life lay sinister deeds that would shock a nation. Daisy's first husband, William Cowell, died under mysterious circumstances in 1923. At the time, his death was attributed to natural causes, and Daisy inherited a small fortune. This pattern would repeat itself, raising suspicions and eventually leading to her downfall. Her first husband died mysteriously, leaving her a small fortune. This windfall allowed Daisy to live comfortably, but it also set a dangerous precedent. Her second husband, Robert Sproat, also met an untimely end. Once again, Daisy benefited financially from his death. It seemed that tragedy followed her, but was it really just bad luck? Then her second husband met the same fate, followed by her only son. Daisy's son, Rhodes, died in 1932, and this was the final straw. The deaths of her husbands could be explained away, but the death of her son raised too many questions. People began to talk, and the whispers grew louder. All deaths marked as natural causes. Each death certificate told the same story: natural causes. But the coincidences were too glaring to ignore. How could one woman be so unlucky? The authorities decided to take a closer look, yet whispers began to circulate. In the close-knit communities of early 20th century Johannesburg, rumours spread quickly. People began to suspect that Daisy was not the grieving widow she appeared to be. The authorities decided to act on these suspicions. In 1932, authorities exhumed the bodies. The exhumation process was a grim affair, but it was necessary to uncover the truth. The bodies of Daisy's husbands and son were carefully examined, and what the authorities found was shocking. Traces of strychnine revealed the horrifying truth. Daisy was no grieving widow. Strychnine, a deadly poison, was found in the bodies. This was no coincidence. Daisy had been poisoning her loved ones, one by one, to gain financially. The evidence was damning. She was a cold-blooded killer. Daisy de Melker was arrested and charged with the murders. Her calm demeanour during the investigation was chilling. She showed no remorse, no sign of guilt. It was as if she believed she could outsmart everyone. The investigation unfolded like a dark novel. The detectives pieced together the evidence, uncovering a trail of deceit and murder. Each new piece of information added to the horrifying picture of Daisy's true nature. Early 20th century Johannesburg, court documents, police files, each piece adding to the chilling puzzle. The trial was a sensation, capturing the attention of the entire nation. People were fascinated and horrified by the story of Daisy de Melker. Daisy's calm demeanour in court sent shivers down spines. She sat in the courtroom, composed and unflinching. Her lack of emotion was unsettling. How could someone who had committed such heinous acts remain so calm? She showed little remorse, if any. Daisy's indifference was one of the most chilling aspects of the trial. She seemed detached from the gravity of her actions, as if she were merely a spectator in her own life. The trial was sensational, captivating the public. Newspapers covered every detail, and people followed the proceedings with morbid fascination. The story of Daisy de Melker was the talk of the town. On December 30th, 1932, Daisy was found guilty of her son's murder and sentenced to death. The verdict was a relief to many, but it also left a lingering sense of unease. How could a mother kill her own child? What drove Daisy to commit such monstrous acts? Her final days in Pretoria Central Prison were spent maintaining her innocence. Even in her final days, Daisy refused to admit her guilt. She maintained that she was innocent, a victim of circumstance. But the evidence was overwhelming. She was one of only 2 women ever hanged in South Africa. Daisy de Melker's execution was a rare event. She was one of only 2 women to be hanged in South Africa, a testament to the severity of her crimes. Was Daisy driven by greed, or was there something more chilling beneath her facade? The question remains, what drove Daisy to commit these murders? Was it simply greed, or was there something more sinister at play? Her calm demeanor and lack of remorse suggest a deeper, more disturbing motivation. Her story remains a dark chapter in South African crime history. Daisy de Melker's story is a haunting reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of seemingly ordinary lives. It is a tale that continues to captivate and horrify, a dark chapter in the annals of South African crime history, a haunting reminder that even those closest to us can harbor deadly secrets. Daisy de Melker's story serves as a chilling reminder that evil can hide in plain sight. It is a cautionary tale about trust, deception, and the dark potential that lies within us all. As we reflect on her life and crimes, we are reminded of the fragility of trust and the devastating consequences of betrayal.